Most people think that varicose veins are just a cosmetic issue, or that it only affects older people. But the truth is, it's not even close to the full story. Hi, my name is Dr. Gerard Day. I'm a vascular surgeon here in Cary, North Carolina. And today I want to talk about what varicose veins are, what they're not, and I also want to talk about the difference between cosmetic issues versus varicose vein disease and why it's important to have that distinction. So let's start from the beginning. Your arteries take blood away from your heart. Your veins bring blood back to your heart. And in your legs, since blood is coming out of your legs back up to your heart, your blood has to fight against gravity. So it's a bit of a harder time compared to other areas of your body. So there's two things that keep blood moving forward out of your legs back to your heart. One is your valves. Second thing is your leg muscles. So let's talk about valves. So when the valves are working correctly, it keeps blood moving one way, out of your legs to your heart. When the valves stop working, for whatever reason, most of the time it's a genetic cause, this backs up blood so that now blood is moving both out and back in to your leg. This essentially increases the pressure in your veins. Think of it as a balloon filling up with air, where your veins are filling up with blood. So you can imagine if your veins are filling up with blood, like a little tiny balloons, sometimes you start seeing veins pop out in your legs. They can either be small spider veins or much larger. And that's what we see as varicose veins. Here's the key point. Varicose veins are not just about look. They're often a sign of a bigger issue of how blood is moving through your legs. Essentially, all this means is that varicose veins are not just a cosmetic problem, they're a pressure problem. So now let's talk about what it means when we say cosmetic versus varicose vein issue. The way that varicose veins appear clinically is graded on a scale, as continuum, where it starts off as no disease visible. Another way of thinking of it is how severe. So less severe is small spider veins or reticular veins. More severe is the larger varicose veins. Think of like the width of your finger. When veins are that big, it's more severe. That shouldn't be a big surprise. The most severe are ulcers forming in your legs because of vein disease. Okay? So even though we may think of spider veins as just a cosmetic problem, it is still under the umbrella or in that clinical spectrum of varicose vein disease. You may be surprised by how many clinical symptoms come just from varicose vein issues. Some people feel leg heaviness, fatigue, aching, especially after standing for a long period of time. Others get swelling, restless legs, even itching right over visible varicose veins. And here's what throws a lot of people off. These symptoms can start happening before you even see the spider veins or any varicose veins pop up in the leg. It's not the same for everyone, and that throws a lot of people off. That's why this isn't about diagnosing yourself. It's about understanding patterns. So I just want to make that point again. Some people see the symptoms of varicose vein issues before seeing spider veins or any type of varicose vein problems in your leg. So when is it worth getting checked out? If your legs feel heavy, tired, especially at the end of the day, it's reasonable to get an evaluation. If you've noticed visible veins that seem to be getting worse, then that's something that you also need to get checked out for. Also, if you've noticed skin changes in your legs, that could be from varicose veins as well. That's something that you should definitely get checked out. This doesn't necessarily mean that something serious has happened, but it does mean that your veins may be under strain because of that backup pressure, and that's something that you need an ultrasound to actually figure out, and it's worth learning more. Because remember, getting your veins checked out isn't a commitment to getting treatment. It's all about clarity and figuring out what's going on with your legs. A lot of people live with leg discomfort for years without getting checked out, without realizing that the discomfort is actually from their veins, or they assume that nothing can be done. But understanding the cause is the first step. Even small changes, like walking more, elevating your legs, wearing compression stocking, can make a huge difference. And in some cases, there are safe, non-surgical ways to treat your varicose vein issue, and it may help improve symptoms. Knowing what's happening in your veins can give you options, even if you decide to wait. Understanding your body shouldn't be scary. The more you know, the more confident you can feel, even if you decide to wait. All right, that's it. Thank you. And I hope this video is helpful. Y'all take care. Bye for now.